Fuck! Every time. Don't laugh, bro. Don't laugh. Hello, everyone. Welcome to PopNerdom for the second time.
Yes, take two.
As always, some shit fucks up for me, and I don't care.
It is what it is.
It was Friday the 13th, and I'm gonna blame it on that, and we're all gonna live our lives. Let's talk Mandalorian though, because it's been such a good show so far. I did complain a little bit about the first episode. I felt like it was a bit repetitive to what we've seen last season. I think that the second episode was fun, very, very on itself, you know? Like it's threading a story, but it's moving along. Like this is what's going to happen here, and then that happens next episode and it's done with. Loved it. This time, we've gotten to the point where this episode is all fan service. All of it. All of the fan service in one episode. It was good, but they really painted it with a lot of things that Filoni probably injected into... Probably when Jon Favreau was sleeping, Filoni was talking next to his ear like, the Mandalorians from...
It was an Easter egg hunt. You heard it was an Easter egg hunt. No eggs.
For sure, dude. No eggs. but as we were saying before we got cut off the first time around, it did a great job of really giving you stuff that you want for this. What it does better than it did in the first couple of episodes was make more sense of giving you all of these nuggets of continuity that I think are more important to the character. So when I see,
and in those, I feel like in those 35 minutes, they gave us more backstory on who Din is. You know what I'm saying? Who Mando is,
right?
And like his ideology and why he's so hardcore and shit like that.
Correct. And so we're gonna get into that in a bit, but I was gonna say that it is fantastic to see that you can actually get an episode that if you've never seen Star Wars before, you're entertained. But for example, my girlfriend who's not a Star Wars fan, she's seen Star Wars, but she doesn't remember. She's not like us. Like she doesn't consume it. Like she doesn't watch it like me, like once a year.
Same like Yvette. Mm-hmm.
Right, and so she was still like, "Oh shit, this was good," because it was funny, it was fun, it was well made.
The armor is beautiful.
Bro, so let's get into it from the top. Oh, by the way, something that I also mentioned when we pre-shot is that we in the pre-com episode that is over there in the other card, that they gave you everything from the trailer that we talk shit about. Like, yo, why is the shit fucked up? Yo, why is he fighting all these people?
Who's the hooded girl?
Yeah, who's the hooded girl? Like, all of these things happen in the first 3 episodes, and we're in unknown territory off the bat. Like, 3 episodes in, bro. Like, it's like 8 episodes. It's 8 episodes, so like we have 5 episodes where you have no fucking clue what's going to happen, and it's fantastic.
And we're gonna meet Ahsoka.
And we're going to meet Ahsoka? Bro, mention her by name. And Stephanie was getting mad with me because I was mentioning people's name, and I was like, oh, there's Bo-Katan. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'm Bo-Katan. And she's like, shut up. Because I don't know why she felt like she was being spoiled. But it's like, what does that mean? What does the name Bo-Katan mean to you?
You don't know anything, yeah.
And she's like, I don't know, but don't say it. And then I was like, oh, Ahsoka Tano. And then she goes, you need to meet Ahsoka Tano. And she was like... But the truth of the matter is, this episode was made like that. It's made for us that know who's who, and to follow through and to be
And
like,
the
this
people
is
who
what's
have
going to
just
happen.
seen season 7, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Yeah.
It was that, you know.
yeah, right there. I mean, you do better to watch Rebels, but if you haven't watched it, you still know who she is.
Exactly.
You know?
Yup.
So let's get right into it. Number one, the ship falling apart and landing into the bay. So much fun. I think that it was a legitimate LOL moment when the shit just
Yeah, it got
tried
so
to land.
close, and then did one of those. That's not that happened to you. You got so close to sitting down without touching nothing, and then the last
Don't
second.
remind me.
Yup.
And at the last second, everything fell. Don't remind me. If that's on tape, I'm gonna put it in there.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, you gotta-
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
everything fall. Fuck! If it's on tape, I don't know if the tape saved, but it's what happens to people, and I think that it's funny. It's funny because they get away with it, but
And also, it's like anybody who's had a piece of shit car knows that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's run down, but you love it. You know what I'm saying? Like
he runs.
if you let your friend borrow it, it probably won't work the same. He's gonna complain. He's like, "Yo, it's not starting. It's not." I'm like, "No, you gotta hit it. You gotta put it in drive before you put it in neutral."
Yeah. You gotta put it in drive, then put it in reverse and put it in drive again.
Yo.
And then you go.
And then it goes.
My truck, to put it on reverse, to put it on drive, I had to take it off of parking, put it in drive, let go of the brake. If it didn't go, press the brake, put it in park, put it in reverse, put it in drive. And then it was like, oh, we're awake. So I know exactly. I'm gonna name my truck the Razor Crest right now. As of today,
You gotta hang it up. You gotta hang it up, yo. He gotta hang that one up, man. That thing's falling apart, bro.
Nah, man, it goes.
Environmental danger, bro. Environmental.
It goes, bro. It goes. It goes, bro. It just needs that touch, bro. It just needs that. Pop, 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 pop. It's good. He doesn't do that anymore, but I'm just saying. Also, during this whole ship landing, and Mando's asking the frog lady, like, "Hey, I need your help." All I'm thinking of is Baby Yoda.
Please, I'm like, yo, please don't eat an egg, man. I'm like, you're just disrespectful. The mom is there, like, yo, stop it.
Yeah, he's looking at him. He's like, "What? Yeah, you're not gonna look at it." So, which also kind of pays off in a cute way at the end of the episode.
The end, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But moving right on,
or does it? Because it looked. We'll get there, but you know what I mean. It looked like to me, like sick things. Like it wasn't. That wasn't a friendly. I miss you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat you later. Before you get as big as your mom or your daddy, I gotta eat you. Oh, I'm not. I gotta. Anyways, it was interesting to see that in the first season he gets paid with Mon Calamari money. And then after he tells the guy to fix the ship, and he goes into the bar to eat, to get information about all the Mandalorians, he pays with those same Mon Calamari money, which I mean, you kind of figure like my question, and I'm gonna try to rewatch the episode. I'm gonna put the episode up, and up there because I'm all the way down here, and you can see if I say it. But I think I say, the fuck is he gonna do with Mon Calamari money? I wonder if it's useful anywhere. And there you go.
Look, it was paid off.
It was useful. It paid off.
But that's the beauty
of
that, the writing. You know what I'm saying? Those little callbacks and things like that.
Yeah. That bar, though, I mean, I know that Star Wars always has a bar. Why would you trust anybody in a bar in Star Wars?
I mean, why would you trust anybody in space? Period. Space is.
It seems, like nobody's decent. Bro.
Nobody does nothing for free. It's always a give or a take. It's like, it's like real life.
No one's decent. In this show, there's the lady that fixes the ship. She's cute with the
baby, with the child,
with the baby, but it's not free.
No.
She's still paying to fix the ship and get it clean, And what's his name? Oh, well, and there's the guy I have spoken. He was a good person. I think
and that's why he died. And that's why he died.
And that's why he died. It's unbelievable that if you're not a fuck up or an asshole, you're going down. Anyways, I'm a little bit disappointed at how easily Mando allowed himself to get captured. It seemed too convenient for the plot. The whole thing where he gets pushed into the water and the baby gets pushed into the water, it seemed too plot convenient.
Yeah, I know that was a Disney convenience. Yeah, because he never put. But then again, maybe he's tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, had a whole long journey. Maybe he felt like, I don't know.
I mean, I suppose you could excuse it, but it was just, it felt to me like, what's going on? And then it happened, and I was like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. What are you doing? You know, like, I wasn't very impressed by the writing there or anything. I was just like, oh, so you're just going to stand there? Oh, so they just kick the baby? Yeah,
I guess he needed to be in trouble in order to introduce the other Mandalorians.
And that's the thing, and that it was too plot convenient, and I think that's why I had the biggest problem with it, that it just felt plot convenient. You know? I mean, I might be wrong, but it just felt that way. And I have here, Bo-Katan answer your question about taking the helmet off for other Mandalorians. The only thing I can compare this to, and I am sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, and I hope it's not offensive, is to Hasidic Jewish communities versus the more lenient Orthodox Jewish community. Because the Hasidics are like about a certain section of their Bible where they just take from that part and they live down that road, and that's how they move forward with their lives. And the Orthodox Jews are just more liberal and more like, hey, all right, let's do certain things. And I know a couple of people in that community that have tattoos and stuff like that. You know, like
more
it's
modern,
just
more modern,
more modernized. Or I mean, they're moved with the times. And I can't. I'm not going to get into my beliefs on the Hasidic Jewish groups or not, but I believe that this was mirroring that, right? Like people that are more set on some sort of way that is
very traditionalist, hard traditionalists.
But also traditionalist to a level where it just seems like it's for a purpose, right? Like what's that? What were they called? Blue Watch? What were they called?
No, Death Watch. Death Watch.
Death Watch. Thank you. I was like Night Watch. Mm-hmm. It's not Jon Snow. It's not Jon Snow.
I'm the Watcher on the walls.
It's Death Watch. Is that Death Watch also were a little bit more aggressive, more totalitarian, more like extreme. So I don't know, because he doesn't seem to be that extreme. So I'm curious.
We also don't know when he was separated from the clan and how long he's been alone.
Right. So I wanted to ask you, because there's something that I noticed in his reaction to them. Because he was like, you're not Mandalorian, well, you got that armor, but you took your helmet off. And she Bo-Katan was like, bitch,
wow, you I'm more
Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
But not even that. She's like, I'm more Mandalorian than Mandalorian. What? And so I'm curious to you, does that have an effect on him?
Do I think that has an effect? Yeah, because he knows he actually is meeting a Mandalorian from Mandalore. 2, it's not like they were just recent, because you could be born on Mandalore recently. No, she has ties, and he's never met anybody outside of his faction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit. So there is another way. You know what I mean?
Right. I find interesting, and more than interesting, I find fantastic that her reaction when he was like, you're not Mandalorian, her face was like, really? I'm not Mandalorian? I'm the fucking queen of Mandalore. Bitch, I will fucking take your neck.
Yup. Third generation.
And the idea that he was like, there's no reason to take back Mandalore because the Empire fucked it up.
It's cursed. That is cursed. Yeah, you.
And the fact that he said curse sounds so
That's that brainwashing. That's the brainwashing.
Yeah, it just sounds.
Because there's no tangible. Right. There's no tangible thing to a curse.
It's not pragmatic that you say it's cursed. Like that's just.
You could be like it's uninhibitable. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much radiation, right. Or the sun destroyed. You can't grow shit.
Yeah, you can say that it's so unstable, socially, economically unstable because the empire fucked it up. But to say curse, it just seemed to me like he's waking up to something, and I'm hoping so. Because I'm quite sure Pedro Pascual was like, I want to show my face. You pay me all this money. You don't see no Pedro Pascual.
I think it's going to happen too. And I think there's going to be a clash, yo. I think he's going to find some of his old Death Watch people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think it's going to be a clash. It might be a clash like delivering the child to actually getting to the Jedi.
It might be
because remember they about their bread. That Death Watch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, here's something that you mentioned too. The idea that he needed to find. It was so also convenient that the 1 or 3 Mandalorians that he meets are the 3 Mandalorians that are like, oh yeah, I know about them, Jedi. Yeah. I actually know one personally. Mm-hmm. She lives right there. Down the block, make a left. 2 houses down.
Oh, I know exactly where she is. I was just with her.
Yeah. And so I don't know that that was great, but I know that again, you mentioned to me today this episode's shorter, like it was getting shorter and shorter, and this is the one that suffered the most. The first episode could have been this short,
or the
second one, and not lose anything. And this one could have had the 40-minute runtime and give me more to feel like, all right, well, I'm getting something out of this. It's not just them talking shit. It's them really getting into some stuff.
We're still, if this was a 4-course meal, we're still in the appetizer, bro.
Well, but possibly. But I feel like if this was a 4-course meal and we ate the appetizer for 2 episodes, instead of giving you the soup to clear you out to eat something, they bought you a big steak.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, but no, just steak. All right, I guess I'm gonna. Okay, I don't know what's next. But.
Yeah, just steak. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no potatoes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no broccoli, no sour cream. Just like here's mad meat, and it's because it was good. You know what I'm saying? It was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was like. This was too fast. This was a lot. This was like
they moved in this episode. You're absolutely correct in that they really missed out on building up from this episode a little bit more.
Yeah, because not for nothing, you don't gotta bring back Bo-Katan. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
But I mean, and it was cool to bring her back.
No. But like after this episode, if you would have made it more chunky and gave him a little more, bow. Because I'm not expecting him to run the way he lives his life. I'm not expecting him to run into the same characters too many times. You understand what I'm saying?
I actually would argue that because I feel like this was so big for him. To me, Mandalorians from Mandalore that took their helmet off, that he really was a little bit more like, the fuck? And then to be like, bitch, I'm for real. And then for him to probably feel like, oh, I'm not as for real as you, and I don't go down this path. So I am of the belief that before this season is over, we're gonna see him take back Mandalore with Bo-Katan and maybe Ahsoka Tano and maybe some Jedi. But I feel like there's gonna be more to be paid off from this episode than Boba Fett, and maybe Boba Fett too. Like, who knows? Like, all of this seems to be cooking into something.
I think Boba Fett coming. Boba Fett might be coming with the Death Watch. He could defeat.
Maybe.
He could defeat, because remember, it don't matter what it is. If you beat the head dog, you the head dog. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
here's another thing. Jango Fett took his helmet off all the time.
Yeah.
Jango Fett took the fucking uniform off.
Yeah.
Running around, rolling his fucking sleeves up and shit. talking to Obi-Wan Kenobi about cheese and shit, you know. And I don't know that Boba Fett is as married to the idea of I never take the uniform off. I don't know, because I don't know what kind of Mandalorian Boba Fett is, because there's
obviously different factions, you know what I'm saying, and different factions have different beliefs, as we saw.
Correct. And so I don't know where he falls, or if he's gonna be. I just think that Bo-Katan is gonna pay off a lot bigger than what you're saying. I think Bo-Katan is gonna go.
It would be cool, because she does have a lot of story to fill in, and it does tie off with Moff Gideon, and it does tie off with Ahsoka Tano. You know what I'm saying? So it would be cool. I like them. I love their uniform. You know what I'm saying? I like that the fact that she is the voice actor in Rebels, the actress. You know what I'm saying? So it's Bo-Katan. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for real.
Right. So that's her. Mm-hmm. So it was cool to see her and take part of that. But I really do think that it's gonna pay off a lot bigger. Now, here, there is. I have a bit of a disappointment with. No. Not disappointment, but hey, buddy, I see that. I see that they build up all of these things about let's take over the ship, and I felt like no fight in that ship was worth, except for the one that once again was plot convenient for them to take too long to handle stormtroopers, admirals, like everybody was like pew, 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 pew. You know, like they made that joke, like they couldn't hit a fucking. Oh yeah, yep. They couldn't hit the side of a banta, and that shit was funny because we all know. And even my girlfriend was like, "Why is that funny?" And I was like, "Cause."
I told my girl too. It's a running joke.
It's a running joke on Star Wars. Before we get there, I was gonna say before we get to the whole thing. You know, they build up all this tension about Boba Fett Mandalorian with those fish guys. It's like, you killed my brother. And then Death Punch comes up and it's like, nah, Bo-Katan and her crew comes up and it's like, no, I killed your brother. And that fight ended in about 0.2 seconds. And I was once again, it's getting back to the point, and I'm sorry that I'm kind of bouncing back, but getting back to the point that this episode could have made so much more sense to be fact.
Yes.
Because that would have connected him to her a little bit more. She would have been like, she could have said something like, you're a Mandalorian, all Mandalorians stick together. We're brothers, we're sisters, whatever. And you don't get to just, this is the way. The way is not to keep your helmet on. This is the way.
To help one another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could have done so much more with all of that, and I feel like they lost the train. Titus Welliver was really fucking cool as the commanding officer.
Yeah, yo, he did a great job, yo.
I liked him a lot. He had all the nuances of like an old 70s, 80s bad guy. You know, like he just had like the looks.
The smugness.
Yeah, and I think I love that the most about anything that I saw in this episode. Not that it was the best part of this episode, but it was one of the things that I loved the most. And seeing the Mandalorians fight together was cool as fuck, because even though they don't know each other, they all seem like a unit. And they just know how to fight.
Yeah,
so it's all good. Yep. Like, let's get in here and we shoot everybody. There's not like, yo, left, right, nah. We're going, we shoot. It was another LOL moment.
From the position, everybody know the position. It's like the electric slide, baby. That shit come on, everybody.
Mm-hmm. It was also very fun and very funny. The whole conversation between the commanding officer and the guy, when they start shooting, the guy's like, close the door! He didn't even shoot.
All of the doors!
No, he didn't take one shot. He was just like, nah, close them doors.
They look, the information. I don't like the way they information.
It was more interesting still to see how dumb the Empire was portrayed in this episode, because it was in a funny way and it was good to see, but it was more in line with the 80s Star Wars.
Yes.
Than it was with anything else. It's not as serious as it is now with like episode 7 or episodes 1, 2, and 3, where everything was so serious.
That's why Moff was like, well, if they've taken that much, you know what I mean, there's ain't no saving.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Long live the Empire.
Long live the Empire. That was cool too, to see the whole exchange between the two of them, and him being like, yo, I ain't saving you, but you know what you got to do. That was intense. That was intense. The ship falling down.
Yeah.
Down.
That got me. But anything with heights like that gets me. That things like that always get me.
It was a cool rescue. The conversation with Bo-Katan about, look, are you not going to help us? That's why I'm saying this is going to pay off bigger. I can see it 2-3 episodes down once he turns into child and has to really wrestle with himself, with who he is and why he's doing what he's doing. And I think she put in the seeds. And once again, to have somebody that is, and the fact that he knows what the black saber is, and the fact that he knows who has it. I think there is more.
But she knows who has it too, because she didn't even call him by his name. It's like she's familiar. And remember, she is the last person to. She was the last Mandalorian to have it, so he took it from her directly.
Right. So I feel that all either he's gonna look for Moff Gideon and they're gonna bump into each other again, or she's gonna say, I'm looking for Moff Gideon and he drove me here to this planet where you're at.
I think Moff is going to be looking for Ahsoka, right? And also, at the same time, he's going to enroll the help of the Death Watch, and it's just going to be like it happened, oh bam, Disney convenience. You're on this island too. Good, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Is the Pirates of the Caribbean 4 where they all in the same island, everybody lands looking for the one. Davy Crockett. What's it called? The locket.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't laugh enough, like we said before, about the ship at the end. The ship is fixed.
He said, I don't know.
I gave you 1,000 credits, and this is what you got. And this guy's like,
sign the release.
Peace.
Yep. That's all he did.
Right. A lot of fun. I think this episode had a lot of fun. It was a lot of funny. It had a lot of actual fun. It was very adventurous. I think plot-wise, it was lacking because it felt very convenient in a lot of places. But all in all, I think it was the best episode so far. It did suffer from not having enough space, but I think it did great with what it had. So I'm hoping that it keeps it up. It only can go full throttle from here, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting because I don't want to think, but honestly, you take any 3 episodes from last season, and this 3 episodes don't. No,
they don't match.
They don't match. To be completely honest with you, and that's not saying that it's bad, because I don't want to be like those people that I was complaining about during The Boys. That we're going too hard for something that wasn't done. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, I don't think these episodes are. You're right. They're not bad episodes. It's not that they're bad. It's that they're not delivering at the same quality that the first season was.
Yes, yo.
And so it feels to me like this was the better of the 3 episodes so far. Even though I liked episode 2 a lot, I really did.
Me too. I liked episode 2 more than episode 1. To keep it 100.
Right. And it was nothing happened, but it was just more fun to watch. It was more. It
was a very enjoyable side quest. Very enjoyable side quest.
Right. And so I feel like why not? Why not? I mean, if they do that from now on, like we said last episode, and it becomes, you got to deliver this person, but there's 400 bounty hunters looking for him, and it's like, all right, we got this. That would be fun to watch. That would be fun to watch. So anything you want to add? Anything you want to say about it?
He needs a new ship. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe campaign for him. I'm tired of that shit.
It's better than that shit.
It gets worse every episode, bro. Every episode. Every single one.
Let's blitz him, bro.
Yes, sir.
So let's jump right into.
Hit him with the blitz. Hit him with the blitz.
So Disney Plus has been doing a lot of things that I'm excited about, but none more than the Darkwing Duck reboot. I remember Darkwing Duck. I mentioned this before. I think they talked about it a bit before, or they talked about DuckTales, and I talked about Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck is the reason I learned English. I learned English watching that cartoon. I love it. I know my English is not great. But this is the perfect time,
bro. That shit was a staple.
And it's the perfect time now because unlike before, when they were making fun of comic books in a very dark kind of way, because it was making fun of Batman, but it was making fun of Superman too. All of the comic books. Now we're not in an era where everything is comic book driven. So now is a perfect time for Darkwing Duck. I think that is gonna be one of the best things that's happened to fucking Disney Plus in a long time. There's nobody starting in it yet, but the company, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg and James Weaver, Alex McCarthy, Point Great Pictures, which did The Boys, or does The Boys, the Disaster Artist, Sausage Party, and This Is the End, which are all very funny. So I'm very curious.
Very funny. Nope.
I'm very curious how they're going to approach this because obviously they always do stuff for adults. So it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be more for us than it's going to be for children.
Yeah, same here. It'll probably be like a 3-season thing, which is perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, the original series was 2 seasons, so I don't care.
And I watched the shit out them seasons, bro. I seen that. Oh my God, I seen that so much, yo.
I was rewatching Gargoyles, but I'm gonna have to start rewatching Darkwing Duck because it's great. So this is curious to me because they're talking about Black Panther 2, and Marvel said that they won't use a digital double for Chadwick Boseman. The guy that was talking about it, and I forgot to write his name now, was saying Chadwick Boseman is Chadwick Boseman, and he's gone, and we're not going to replace him digitally, emotionally. He is the man that he was. So he didn't quite say they're not going to hire somebody else to play the character.
Exactly. They just said they're not going to be digitally recreating Chadwick.
Right. And they don't want to.
And honestly, Chadwick. Love Chadwick. He bodied that role, but the show got to go on, and that's been the case through show business since show business has started, bro.
And
there's always an understudy. There's always just under. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. I'm under the impression that they're giving it as much time away from when it happened, so they can get away with being like, all right,
he's a new face.
Moving on, new face, and people won't be as upset probably. Who knows? But it seems that way. I'm okay with them recasting because you told me that. You told me what makes you think that a character is so important to a black community.
And then should die with the actor. I don't think so. To be completely, and there'll never be a freaking Joker as good as Heath. You know what I'm saying? That one performance that he did, Joker's still living. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. He's been shady, but that's not the point. There was a Joker before, there'll be a Joker after. Mm-hmm. Right. And just like Cesar Romero started the Joker, that's a great analogy because he's the first one to do it on television, Cesar Romero. There's been Jokers since him, and some better and some worse. Right. So, I mean, not worse is a strong word, but very different in a way that doesn't
different interpretations. Apply. Yeah, it should not die with the actor. I'm sorry.
I don't think so. And I think
no disrespect to him at all.
None at all. And I think that you made that point, and it made sense to me that why would he want that to stop? He's such an important character.
It's an important. So you're gonna not make one of the only black leads we have? You feel me?
Right?
No. That's a disservice to him, bro. It's a disservice to him, bro.
Absolutely. So, WandaVision, January 15th, 2021. Once again, it's on track to come out January 15th. That's the date it's coming out. Once again, what are the chances that Black Widow comes out in December as a pay-per-view?
It should, because of that thing we were talking about the last episode about the subscribers ending for that free trial, about 15 to 25% of their subscribers. So I thought all of these things were interconnected. Because that's another thing too. They shoot so many different endings. I wanted it as it was intended. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, make the money you can make off the Black Widow, but also she is dead too. So right. I could only care so much about this dead character for so long.
Right. And what's the problem?
It's done.
Now it's 2020 has been the year to teach us all a lesson in all kinds of shit. It's done. Let's move on. Zack Snyder has planned for Justice League 2. The filmmaker already knows what happens with the story after the miniseries. Zack Snyder needs to sit down, bro.
I was just about to say that, bro. We can I get this first? You feel what I'm saying? Can I get this first? I don't need you to talk to me about.
Also, something that jumped at me that I thought I wrote down, but I didn't put it here. Zack Snyder's Justice League reshoots are only for 4 minutes of extra footage.
I don't believe
and
that.
How could that pass? How could
I
that
don't
be
believe that, yo.
possible?
I don't
They've been
believe
reshooting since 1998.
No.
Since 1998, they've been reshooting. How the fuck you gonna give me 4 minutes?
And then you're talking about. Then you talk, yo. So then you're talking about a second part.
Come on, B. You know he's fucking
like, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up, bro. Like,
bro,
he's on the horse, and the horse is not even there. The horse is not even there.
I mean, technically speaking, he already had shot stuff before, right? So technically speaking, maybe he's taking from what Joss Whedon shot and he's re-editing it, because that's possible. But all of this shooting for the last fucking year for 4 minutes, it just doesn't make mathematical sense.
I don't believe it, yo.
It's bullshit.
I don't believe
he's shooting.
Because there's no way in hell you're gonna tell me you're gonna rearrange the scenes and give me a whole entire new movie. No, I saw this.
Right.
I could do that myself on Premiere Pro, bro. You know what I mean? That's you get what I'm saying? Like you don't do that. You don't take $20 million to do that, bro. Like no, don't do that. Don't tell me that. I'm ignoring that, bro. I'm sorry.
I think it's a lie.
I think it's a lie, so I'm sorry. No, you're not doing that. And I'm actually gonna rewatch the shitty version before I watch his shitty version. You feel what I'm saying? Because we don't know what it is. But
I mean, everything that he did so far wasn't in my taste. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It wasn't in my taste.
That's just about to say that. Exactly.
I think
it wasn't for me. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're only adding 4 new minutes to the shitty gumbo you gave me, like, I don't know if I want to sit through that meal again, baby.
Halo TV series recast Cortana with original voice actress. But the thing is, did you know there was a Showtime Halo live action TV show?
No.
Have we talked about that? I don't think so.
That's news to me.
I mean, I'm kind of excited to watch Halo, but I don't know that I knew that there was going to be a Halo. So I'm a little bit more taken aback that I'm going to be watching Halo.
What's the budget like? Because if the budget ain't Listen.
Right. If you're gonna give me Starship Troopers, the TV show, or if you're gonna give me Power Rangers, the one where they have all the military suits, I'm good.
Yeah. What's the budget look like, bro? Because
we gotta look into this because
I don't at all. This is the first time I actually heard of it.
Halo,
but then again, I don't fuck with the Xbox. I don't fuck with Halo.
Right, so maybe we just skipped it because we didn't care.
Nope,
PS5 is out though, so.
I'm gonna get my PS5 in like 3 years, bro.
Yo, all these bugs he's been having so far, I'm like, nah.
I'm never that person, bro. I never want the first iPhones. I never want the first next gen. I'm the person that gets the stuff before. I just gotta switch. You feel what I'm saying?
So,
I just gotta switch.
I know. I remember I stood in line for a Nintendo Wii because I wanted to play the tennis game or whatever, and I was like, I need this, and I was younger and dumber. But I remember my cousin went to wait for PlayStation 2 in the store. He was like, "Yo, I'm going outside," and I was like, "Police, go wait in line." And he was like, "You're not staying with me?" And I was like, "I got actual shit to do.
Yeah, no.
Better than standing in line for a PlayStation 2. Mm-hmm. You good, though. Go ahead."
And it's crazy because the first games... And the games that come out with it usually suck, bro.
Trash. Usually a driving game and something else. Yeah. A driving game that ain't nobody want to play ever. And something else.
You play because vino con el paquete. That's it. That's all you had. You ain't have enough for the rest. Mm-hmm.
Right. So Fantastic Beasts 3, Matt Mikkelsen in talks to replace Johnny Depp.
I like it.
As Grindelwald. What's that?
I like it. He got the face for it.
He got a way more evil face than Johnny Depp.
Yeah, he got the face for it, bro. Like I saw it right away. I'm like, yo, I might not even remember Johnny Depp did this.
Also, do you know, I was feeling I wasn't feeling bad for Johnny Depp because he's a piece of shit and that's why he loves his job. But did you know he had a pay or play contract?
Yeah, and that means that no matter what, he's gonna get.
He shot one scene. He's getting paid for his whole movie, and all he's doing is jerking off at home and sniffing the sheets to see if that was the dog shit or his wife's shit. Because fuck off.
And that's a big disagreement from that's when like nobody wants him there, because if they're willing to eat that, nobody wants him there. No.
Nobody wants him there.
Write him off. Give him his money. No. Que se vaya. No. I know. Por favor.
And let's get Matt Mikkelsen. And let's get Matt Mikkelsen because I think he's a better bad guy than Johnny Depp. Not that Johnny Depp is not interesting.
Yeah, and he's not like he's a bad actor or anything like that. Is that this guy's face? If you saw two people, if there's two sidewalks, right? And it's dark alley, right? And there's two people in a trench coat. All you see is the face, right? I'm gonna cross to the street with Johnny Depp because I feel like I could take Johnny Depp.
I also feel like I might want to make out with Johnny Depp. Now, I ain't gay, but what I'm saying is a good-looking man.
That's what I'm saying. That's not scary. My boy over there, my boy got the scary, handsome face, bro.
Bro, he had that eye shit, like the twitch on the eye when he's being evil.
He looks like if there is a vampire, that's him, bro.
That's him.
That's him, yo. Sure. Like that is Dracula the vampire.
You're absolutely right. He looks like a sci-fi bad guy. That's what he looks like, or like a fantasy.
Yeah. Like he looks drawn, like right, like you see bad guy, whatever, blah blah blah.
His face. For you, because you like the Umbrella Academy, they're getting a season 3.
Yes, sir. You mean the Sparrow Academy?
I couldn't care any less. But all right. Darth Maul. If George Lucas would have made a sequel trilogy, Darth Maul would have been like the Godfather, and he would have been the one.
He would have been one of the major, the Fire Lord to Avatar. Just
right.
boom,
he would have been one
him.
of the major bad guys to be in it. And I think that's interesting, but why you kill him in one movie then, George Lucas? It used to show you George Lucas never had a plan, bro.
Yeah. No, he winged it. You can tell the crazy amount of reshoots.
Yeah, for sure.
And not the like the shit after, because it's one thing to like before it airs to change it, but another thing is like people saw them kiss and they're like, nah, I don't want that no more.
But they're siblings. Nah, they didn't. They just hugged.
What? Like it didn't happen, huh? It didn't.
Which,
happen.
by the way, I never felt so okay with incest until like I felt with Star Wars, because I guess because I bought it as a kid. Like, oh, they didn't know.
Like, same.
The more you think about it as an adult, like I don't think about it, because when I do, I feel like, kind of sick bullshit is this, George Lucas?
What kind
the
of
fuck you getting at
trash
with this?
shit is this?
Yeah.
Yo, you have to watch Black Dynamite, bro, on HBO Max.
Wait, hold on. Did you just tell me I have to watch Black Dynamite?
Yeah.
Not only do I own Black Dynamite the movie, I own all of the cartoons.
Yo.
Dynamite.
Bro, I never even knew this thing existed. I stumbled upon this by mistake, bro. It's slowly becoming one of my favorite cartoons, bro. No lie, it's my kind of humor.
But have you ever seen the movie?
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Yes, sir. I've seen the movie.
Shit.
I've seen the movie on YouTube.
Them cartoons. What are you up to? Like, what episode are you up to?
I am on episode 8, season 1.
So you haven't seen Michael Jackson yet?
No, I haven't seen Michael Jackson yet. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Little Michael. Yes, I have. Ooh, with cream corn.
And he's an alien, and he's beating his dad.
Yo, it's my inappropriate. It feeds all my inappropriateness, bro. It feeds it all, dude.
Bro, Black Dynamite, when it was on Cartoon Network, I would watch every episode religiously twice. So I will record it because it's in the age of DVR, and I'll watch it once. And then he asks you at the end, like, do you want to delete? Do you want to keep? You want to play from the top? I will hit play from the top.
Play from the top. We're going to run that back.
Every time, bro. Every time. That shit was fucking dynamite. Dynamite.
He's dynamite.
Every time he does some shit, that dynamite.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
I love it, yo. Sweet.
Dynamite. So, this is interesting because I don't understand it. But Netflix, according to IndieWire, Netflix is trying a new service that will pull content from the streaming and from their library and present it in a linear schedule way, like we used to watch TV in the 80s.
Oh, and programming. Oh, I don't want that.
But who wants that?
Honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why you would do that. It's literally like going from the car to the stage carriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you want to?
I don't understand it.
Unless it was exclusive stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I think it is their exclusive shit in a linear way.
But, yeah, and programmed and not all at the same time. And
not all, it's just on at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. Like 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, you watch
every Tuesday for, the first quarter of the year.
I
will wait for it to come out on Netflix. Regular. And just, if you're going to be honest, I'm not going to be, I don't do appointment television, bro. I'm sorry. I don't do nothing with television.
I also don't think that it's gonna be before it comes out on the channel. I think it's shit they already have. It's just a weird fucking experiment, and I don't understand it. It feels like it's very European. I think it's
I guarantee you there's just people that want that. I don't know why. Like I said,
I feel like it's catering to not the U.S. market.
Yeah, yep.
I think it's catering to a market even in Latin America, in Europe. You know, I don't know. I've never been to Africa, so I'm not going to guess. But maybe they watch TV like the rest of the world. So I don't know where they're going with that, but it's an interesting thing to hear, I suppose.
I ain't gonna pay for it. Like I said, I don't.
But I don't think I even don't think that you're paying for. I think it's just.
Well, don't add it and jack up my price because I didn't ask for that shit.
What if it's at half the price?
No.
Even then, you're not getting Netflix cable for half the price.
You have to give me because see, that's the shit that become at half the price, right? For that first year, and then that second year they get your ass with every dollar they missed that first year. I ain't doing that.
I mean, I don't know if it is half the price. I was just saying that.
Yeah, I know, but no, I ain't doing that. You ain't getting me. I'm good.
Well, let us know how you feel in the comments. Let us know how you feel about The Mandalorian in the comments about this episode. I think I really liked it the most out of most of the episodes I've seen so far. Let us know how you feel about Netflix doing their crazy shit. I don't understand it. Shout out to all the people that show up every time, watch our stuff. Ashley La and Boris and us and our moms.
Word.
Because we keep this channel alive. All of my boys, Elvin, Jonathan, Miguel, Kelvin, Legit, Victor, the Candyman, all of my boys, El Flaco. Who am I missing? I don't know. If I miss you, I love you too. Thank you for Ariel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for giving us the likes. Thank you for always being there. I know not all of you watch all this shit, but at least you stop by. Randy, my boy, big love. Shout out Randy. He made the graphics that we use in this, the big PopNerdom in the background, the big PopNerdom in the corner that usually is around here. So big shout out to Randy. He always watches. And hit like if you're new. Hit subscribe so I can shout you out.
And tell somebody to tell somebody.
Yeah, man. Alex, Louis, thank you for stopping by. And thank you all for watching. Mandalorian better be better next week. But it was good this week. I'm not gonna take. I like this episode the most. I don't know, whatever. I know it was a little quick and tight, but I liked it the most. So
we out, baby.
Peace.
That's the end of the video, and bye. Don't forget to subscribe. That's it.